Now, here's something that you don't hear every day, and I wish we heard it more as full-time working mums. Now, if you are a full-time working mum, then this will definitely resonate with you. If you're new to me, my name is Jay, and I focus purely on keeping things simple. This channel is all about debunking the myth that being a functional hot mess is a badge of honor. Not around here. We're going to keep things simple. So, as I've been driving to work today, I thought it'd be a good idea to just record this video as a bit of an open love letter to all of my mums out there who are on the struggle bus trying to manage all the things. And I had a bit of a reminder yesterday whilst I was taking my son to his athletics championships. He did the state championships and came first in all of his events, which is fantastic. But I was kind of reminded that we don't get thanked very much. The recognition that we need as mums doesn't come to us all that often, which is fine, and I get that, you know, it's just one of those things of being a mum. But I feel that we need to be thanked a little bit more for all the work that we do. Like, we do a lot, right? We hold down 2 jobs. One for the job that you're doing, you may be doing if you're working full time, in addition to the job of being a parent to these little humans that we are bringing up into the world so that they can be decent humans, so they can be compassionate, have emotions, that they can communicate with others, that they can regulate their own emotions, like all the things. There's so much that we go through. And so with that, it's a pretty thankless job. I do get thanks from my son and my kids for the things that I do for them, etc., etc. But you don't get rewarded per se financially or in any way in the same way that you do when you get rewarded in your role, right? In your job. You work a job, you get paid for it. Great. You do your other job, you don't get paid for it. Your kids end up arguing with you, or the endless things that they have to say and have opinions, which is fine, which is all well and good. But I was also reminded of instance when my son was really young. I suffered terribly with postnatal depression after I had him, and I had to take him for one of his regular checkups, or I think it was an immunization actually. I had to take him for his immunization, and I remember the nurse asking me, "How are you?" And it was one of those moments where it just hit me. I was tired, I was exhausted, I was new to being a mum. I didn't know what it meant to be a mum and look after this little human who was crying all the time and couldn't sleep, all of that stuff. So I found it really hard. So when she asked me that question, it felt like someone had seen me, like someone had acknowledged that, hey, you're new at this. I get that you're new at this. And it was just like I completely broke down. And I want to ask you the question, how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling right now? Because I don't think we get asked that question enough. Specifically you, how are you feeling? You can feel free to let me know in the comments. But I want to just take the time to acknowledge that you are doing a freaking awesome job. When I went in to see the nurse for my son's checkup, she said to me, and she reiterated to me, you are doing a really awesome job. And I was like, thank you. Between all the tears and everything, I was overwhelmed with emotion and just feeling like I had been seen. So with that, I just want to ask you, how are you feeling? What's coming up for you right now? But also to thank you for all of the work that you're doing. Now, in your regular job, you may get that. You know, your boss may say to you, thank you for that. Thank you for the work that you've done. Or, you know, in performance review, they'll recognize the work that you've been doing. But you know, over time as mums, we don't get that kind of recognition. That no one's really giving us that. We have to recognize it for ourselves. I want to take the time to say that you're doing a really great job. You're making decisions based on what you feel is right at the moment. Hey, this is even a note to myself, right? I could go back and watch this and be like, yes, I am doing an awesome job. You're making decisions based on what's the best decision for your family at the moment, even for your kids. You're a chief negotiator, head chef, nutritionist, dietitian, chief negotiator, chief of putting kids to bed, whatever it is. You are doing all of these things whilst also trying to keep down a full-time job, pay the bills, do everything, be designated driver to all of the different events that you have if your kids are at school age. You're doing a really awesome job, and I don't want you to ever forget that, because No one else is really going to tell you that you are. You know that you are, but sometimes you just don't believe it. You feel in the moments when things are really hard that you're not doing a great job and that you're letting your kids down, or that you're letting yourself down, letting your partner down, but you're not. You're doing the best that you can with the situations that you have going on at the moment. And I don't want you to forget that, because you're freaking awesome. You're pretty freaking awesome and you're doing a great job. So don't forget that. So that was my open love letter to all of my mums out there. Don't forget that you're amazing at what you do, and to bring these little tiny humans into the world and actually bring them up to be decent human beings and to be just fabulous. So thank you for all the work that you do. If you've liked this video, go ahead and check out this video right here. And I hope you've enjoyed me rambling in my car. Now I'm about to start my day and get into work. And remember, being a functional hot mess is not a badge of honor. Keep fighting for simplicity, gorgeous, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.